look there, Jared. It doesn't look as though the car is in the trailer, but I just can't quite see it.
Not making the call, so this will be your starting lineup for the 39th running of the SSA New South Wales Modified Sedan title. Darren Lester from Brisbane will start from pole position. Alongside him, just west of Toowoomba, Shane McDonald will start. The former two-time Queensland champion, the former national champion from Grafton, Max Clark, will start from third. And the man from way out west in Queensland, out of Roma, Shannon Blackburn in the Little Cortina, will start from position number 4. From Torquay in Victoria, the current Victorian champion and former national champion, former Kings Royal champion Kai Walters will start from 5. The Queensland champion Mick Shelford from 6. Shane Langton from Toowoomba will start from position number 7, and Nathan McDonald from Maringandan, Gumbunji these days, will start from position number 8. Stevie Love to start from 9, and Alan Schultz rounding out your field as they roll around here, Grafton. These are some of the best in the country. Make some noise before we get underway in tonight's running of the New South Wales Modified Sedan title. Locked and loaded for another 30. And Trent Dew, bring him to green.
We are set to get underway with Lester and McDonald. Lester sends it on the bottom. McDonald fights on the top, and Clark is there as well. Blackburn, Kai Walters, back to Shelford. Here comes Clark on the back of McDonald.
And look at Clark go to the inside of Shane McDonald. Levels up, can't make the move. Max Clark is on a rail here though.
He definitely is. He wants that New South Wales title, and at the moment Lester is bolting at the front. Stevie Love is in the gutter. And this could make it interesting. So it's Lester, McDonald, Clark, back to Blackburn and Walters.
Clark is absolutely on a charge as he goes to the inside of Shane McDonald once again. Max Clark locked down and absolutely relentless. Shannon Blackburn turned around in the Cortina and facing the wrong way. With 3 laps down, 27 to run, Blackburn was dispatched.
It's a long way to come from Torquay to go to the back of the bus in the New South Wales title, but unfortunately Kai just got into the back of Blackburn and turned him across the nose. And the Victorian and former national champion will get the touch to the tush, and that's going to be very hard from back there, Jared.
Yes. 7 laps left on the counter. A man who knows a little bit about winning titles. Well, the two behind him both know something about winning titles. They will lay the pressure on thick as we get back underway in the New South Wales title. And Lester baits them into a slow start. Max Clark was back to the game, and widens out turn number 2 for a big run down the back straight away.
Clark right on the back of McDonald. He had Blackburn hard on his tail at the start of that restart. It'll be Lester. McDonald, here comes Clark. Levels up with McDonald and moves on by. McDonald fights back. Can't get it done though, so we go Clark, McDonald, Blackburn, Shelford.
McDonald on the bottom, and Max Clark is broken. Clark is done. And an absolute heartbreak. Max Clark is done. Out of the New South Wales title. Lester still leads. Shane McDonald in second. Blackburn third. Back to Nathan McDonald in fourth now. Nathan McDonald from the back of the bus to 4.
Nathan McDonald is on a charge, and he's right on the back of Blackburn. Shelford is not going away either. So it's still Lester by a long margin from Shaney Mack, and here comes N-Mac.
So Blackburn under pressure from Nathan McDonald here. And McDonald right on the back bumper of the Cortina. Shelford trying to go with them. The front two cars streaking away, but Blackburn under big pressure now.
He certainly is with Nathan McDonald right there, Shelford and Langton. They are your runners, and that is the battle for position number 3. They are charging hard. It'll only take one mistake from Blackburn, and that'll be it. McDonald will be through.
I'll just prop that time on the outside of turn number 2. Right on the back bumper of the Cortina again through 3 and 4. Shelford tries to go with him. McDonald has pace to burn at the moment, but he can't get past Blackburn. Track a little bit skinny and narrow in places. The Cortina running his third, doing everything he can to hang on to the final spot of the podium. Lester, your leader from Shane McDonald. That's the battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th on your screen. And for those tuned in at home on the live stream.
I tell you what, I reckon Blackburn is doing a wonderful job to fight off Nathan McDonald right now, and Shelford as well, the current Queensland champion. The track has come to him. He is right there. He levels up with McDonald a little and will take over position number.
Oh, Nathan McDonald upside down in a huge rollover. McDonald upside down in a big, big way. And Alan Schultz with no brakes fails to stop. Crash crew quickly on the scene. Shane Langton managed to somehow avoid making contact with McDonald. And that absolutely immaculate race car upside down over 3 or 4 times. The best presented car at this year's National Modified Sedan title, and the car that finished 2nd last weekend, or 2 weekends ago, at Grafton Speedway for the Cattle Cup, was on a tear through the field and just grabbed the concrete. Crash crew just speaking with Nathan, making sure everything's A-OK. And I know Cerise and the kids and the whole family are on the hill. Nathan's climbing from the car. Come on, Grafton, make some noise for Nathan McDonald. And Cerise and the kids and all the family on the hill, Nathan's A-OK. He said that just gave him a little bit of a ring on the belt. But he is A-OK and out of the car. He's just going to go and do everything properly and see the ambulance officers and make sure he goes through all the checks and protocols. But that was a monumental rollover. So,
and it looks as though Alan Schultz is out as well, Jared.
Well, it looked like everything was A-OK.
So I did say there was only 5 that finished the production title last time, Jared. We're down to 5 in the modified sedan title.
I'll tell you what, it's not a bad 2 to have at the front of the field here, though. They're set to throw down. Sorry for the lack of commentary there, mate. I was just doing some crash crew duties over the other side.
You're right, mate. I don't know whether you heard me. As I said, it's a bit of bad luck for the McDonald crew as one of them's going upside down. Shaney Mack is smashing the lap record.
Oh, I'm just looking at that lap time up there.
So he's
hey, Madison, your lap time's gone, mate. The modifieds finally went quicker.
the new lap record holder for modified sedans. And well, it'll be interesting to see what he's got for Leicester on the restart with 18 to run. Leicester was gone.
Yeah, the restart will be crucial here. Racetrack is a little bit narrow and hard to pass on, but McDonald came from the back of the bus up to position number 4. What's his brother got in position number 2?
As we get underway on the restart with Leicester and McDonald back to Blackburn, Shelford and Langton. They are your runners. Left in this one. Leicester has got company with McDonald right with him.
Shane McDonald has got pace to burn at the right time of the night. Oh, Shannon Blackburn gets shuffled wide. The Queensland champion goes through to position number 3. But look at these front two, absolutely throwing down here in the New South Wales Modified Sedan title.
Leicester, you have got company because Shaney Mack is hot on your tail and Shane McDonald will move through. Leicester is gone. Shaney Mack has gone and into the lead.
And the run of mechanical gremlins continues for Darren Leicester. You are kidding. Leading the New South Wales title, and Leicester will try to pull to the infield. Shane McDonald is your leader. Shelford sits second. Blackburn third. Langton fourth. The last few runners, and Langton looks quick now as well.
Langton is right on the back of Blackburn as well. He's trying to bring up that position number 3. Shane McDonald with a 16.47.
Quickest lap of the night. 27 laps, or 17 laps into the feature race, I should say. And is absolutely wringing the neck of the number 27. Probably just needs to roll out of the throttle and look after the car a little bit, but Shane McDonald knows no other way and continues to bang down laps here in the New South Wales title.
He is flying out in front and he doesn't look like easing up whatsoever. Shelford is on the move as well. The current Queensland champ is trying to reel Shady Mac down, who is banging the wall.
Absolutely wringing the neck of this car as he gets in too hot and grabs the concrete in turn 1 and 2. McDonald that time might have just thrown away what was sure to be a feature race win as he goes into 3 and 4 this time. A lot more ginger, and Shelford is closing.
Shelford is right there. You can see Shady Mac is limping it home with 9 to run. Shelford right on the tail tank of Shane McDonald.
The Queensland champion has been gifted a lifeline. McDonald banged it off the concrete and is limping home. Shelford on the outside of the Queensland champion goes to the lead.
The VL Commodore is gone to the front and Shane Langton's thing is sounding like a tractor.
It'll be a call pack in the 72. They've been facing gremlins all season long, and Shane Langton is ailing as well in 4th position, but Shelford leads. Shannon Blackburn now under pressure for position number 3, and we will go yellow. In an absolute torrid affair, the New South Wales title will have 3 cars left running.
Oh boy, Jared. Shane McDonald was banging lap record pace until he banged the wall down a little too much.
Absolutely sailing it around here, and I was about to say he just needs to roll off and look after the car and make it home, and now McDonald possibly with a drive shaft knocked out of it or something. Shelford, Shane McDonald and Shannon Blackburn in a New South Wales title you will not forget anytime soon, Trent.
No, that is exactly right, Jared, and as the car drove past, there didn't look to be anything so visually bad on the 27 car. Whether it just feels bad, we'll see on the restart whether Shaney Mack has been able to get his mind back into it and see what he's got for Shelford with 7 to run as the lights go out. We have 3 left. What a race of attrition. Can we make it 2 VLs in a row, Jared? with Langton on the infield, but it's Shelford out in front, and Blackburn is right on the tail of Shaney Mack.
And McDonald will just try and hang on and limp home here. Shelford is home and hosed, but we could have said that about Shane McDonald before. And Shane McDonald belted it off the fence. So Blackburn trying to get himself into position number 2. Shelford, your leader, comfortably at this stage with 5 laps left to run.
And the Pro 1 race parts number Queensland 1 at this point in time is going to make it a New South Wales title, as well as Blackburn tries on McDonald. But McDonald is running the ultimate line. Blackburn now levels up, they touch.
There's 3 cars left on the track. We're banging panels for second and third. With Shane McDonald limping home with an ailing car. Shelford's 3/4 of a lap in front, and the Queensland champion is 3 laps from becoming the New South Wales champion, Trent.
That's exactly right. Shelford will be able to see the other 2 off in the distance and know that he's got no one with him at the moment. But what can Blackburn do with McDonald? Can he make himself New South Wales number 2? Currently sitting in 3rd. Shelford with 2 to run, Jared.
Blackburn and Shane McDonald still battling for second and third, but the white flag is out for the Pro 1 race parts. Queensland number 1 in a title that many will not forget in a long time. Blackburn will go to position number 2, but through 3 and 4 for the final time, and Mick Shelford will win the New South Wales Modified Sedan title in an absolute hectic 30-lap feature race. We're still racing because second and third on the line, and Shannon Blackburn will get home in position number 2. Shane McDonald home in 3rd. And the Queensland champion Mick Shelford becomes tonight the New South Wales Modified Sedan champion.
Prove me wrong, Jared, but is that 2 VLs in a row?
2 VL Commodores. This is not the 1980s. We are in 2022. And a pair of VL Commodores have won the Production Sedan New South Wales title and the Modified Sedan New South Wales title.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together. Mick Shelford, your New South Wales champion for the Modified Sedans. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, these presentations will be done out in the pits very shortly. If you'd like to come out to the presentations, you are more than welcome. They will be behind the start tower, where we will crown 2 New South Wales champions. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, that is our season done and dusted, and we will see you back here next year with even more action. Have a safe drive home, and until then, good night.